Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became the podcast. This is episode 96. I'm your host, Bruno. And this week, we're down to two again. We got some mad issues, but I'm joined by my strictly gorgeous tag team partner, my brother from another, Mr. Scott. Or
Scott oh no!
All this time that you've been the brothers Or, you can catch them absolutely stealing the show in Swansea and Cardiff on a regular basis. I've never liked calling you Scott or Joe Or. It feels the most foreign thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The brothers Or, I feel like, are Scott and Joe.
Yeah.
There's no... Our second name isn't Or, you know what I mean? So, like, Scott Or, Joe Or. And they're just bad names. So we try not to do it. If you get a cage match where everyone, like, the wrestling database, I don't think there's many Scott Or and Joe Or matches. There's some Alfie Or and Otis Or matches on there.
Genuinely, I loved the Alfie character that you had back in the day. I want you, when you finally drop the deadweight, to go on that as your solo journey.
Double A, Alfie Or. Well, today we got Strictly Gorgeous 96, which is, because this is episode 96, we're doing nostalgia in 1996. And we're going to get to that in a bit in this podcast. But this past week, Bruno was actually in multiple cities.
I was in multiple cities,
living lavishly in hotels.
Dear listener to the podcast, I don't know, like one of our probably honorary peppercorns at this point. Me and Big Al absolutely took London by storm this weekend. We got to know Wembley very well indeed. It was a very windy weekend, I'll tell you that. Which, annoyingly, this is going to sound probably the most middle class or upper class thing.
Oh, here it comes.
That you could possibly hear. We had some time to kill on Saturday. And big man, I didn't want to go into the center of London. I do that all the time, like when we do it. And I'm not often with people that actually like to kind of like walk around or won't cause much of a fuss if I suggest it. And Big Al ticks both those boxes. So I wanted to do this thing for a long time, and that's go up Primrose Hill.
Okay.
It sounds.
I've never heard of it.
You get a real nice vantage point of London, and it's just quite nice. It's like a park, and you can just like chill. Walk around, it's a good walk, and then be on your way. But Storm Amy had another thing to say, and every single Royal Park in London was shut.
And I mean, being just the girlfriend of Alex, I don't know how she's managed to shut parks, and I don't like you referring to her as a natural disaster. But, and I mean, this is Alex as well. You're mentioning he won't cause a fuss with those things. I mean, the guy drinks a morning coffee and a rain mac. Do you know what I mean? He is usually holding a backpack at any point of the day. If you suggest something like, should we just walk 10K for the hell of it? He's like, yeah, I've already seeked out the route. And you're like, well, I haven't told you the route. And he's like, no, I know.
He's got it. We did have a couple butting head moments because it was who was trying to alpha the other one on who knew how to navigate better, because
of course navigation was the crux.
Because he tried to take us out of this tube station. I was like, nah mate, what are you doing? Like, it's this way. He was like, no, trust bro, trust. And I was like, and then we got to it and it was like, we're not going out, we have to go back down and back around. And then he ate his words. Big man, if there's one thing that I always know, is big man's always correct. All right.
Oh, that pains me. But I mean, if I was in the exact same situation, I would just, whatever you said, I would have gone, okay.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I don't have a clue what I'm doing as far as travel. Yeah. I mean, you drop me in New Orleans, I could probably walk from A to B, but other than that, in the world, for whatever reason, don't have a clue what's going on. Any roads? I've driven to my house, from my house to England, essentially, loads of times now. Couldn't do it without a map. couldn't even get out of hardly out of the area I live in.
I only put it on maps now just to, if anything changes along the way, like if there's crashes or police or traffic or whatever. Yeah. But however, you would have absolutely hated my journey up to London because Waze took me around the house. It took me. I know. Check one for Scott against Waze. Like I was fully on you there. I was like, oh. It took me an hour and a bit. Yeah. It took me about an hour and 15 to get to London. And that was 60 miles of my 80-mile journey. It took me an hour and a half to go the other 20 miles.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, gee. That is London, though. No, London can get like that.
It was going through... I was going through different back roads. It was... It was infuriating, but thank God... Because the one thing I was worried about is holding Alex up because we wanted to get to Atreyu early. That was the Friday night in Kentish Town.
Of course.
And he wanted to see 18 Visions, which I also wanted to see 18 Visions too. Oh. So we rolled back the year. So before then, we actually took a trip down Camden Market, which I've never been. So Alex took me around there, around Camden. And then we walked to Kentish Town, the O2 Forum. And that was a nostalgia trip. That was 18 Visions. There was a band before 18 Visions that we caught the end of, which sounded really good. But yeah, 18 Visions is absolutely class. And then Atreyu playing The Curse in full. Oh, that was...
Is that what they did?
Yeah, because this is going to lead me to a point that I wanted to bring up this week. Because both of these shows that I went to this week were both 20-year anniversaries of albums. Yeah. I can't understand 20 years anniversary when it was released 5 years ago. Like this is nuts.
Yeah. I was going to say when you said like 18 Visions and Atreyu, I was like, this is how old this is.
It's gnarly and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that we're celebrating 20-year anniversaries of stuff that was yesterday in my eyes, and that I continue
in my head. I mean, the first time I listened to Atreyu and 18 Visions was Alex in a science class. Shout out Miss Chapel, and we had an iPod Zen or whatever they were called. I don't think it was an iPod. It wasn't branded iPod. Yeah, Creative Zen. That's right. And it made Dad always.
I loved that MP3 player. It was goated over the iPod. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, definitely. I loved it, and Alex and I would listen to 18 Visions, Atreyu, The Bled, what was the other one? Dillinger, Escape Plan, all the stuff that Alex really liked. We would have a headphone each and we'd sit next to each other in maths, science.
One of those jelly headphones.
Pretty much maths and science.
Like the pink or blue jelly.
Yeah, it was like pink or blue. Yeah. Once you get H and V. And we would listen to it and the teacher knew we were like, no bother. So she just let us do it. But that was the first time I listened to that. That was year 10. It was 2004 we were listening to that music.
Yeah.
Not that album because it hadn't even come out yet. But in my head, this is just yesterday. Yeah. And also a reminder that I've known Alex so long because the first time I met Alex was Alsford football team when I was 6.
Before me, mate.
And we played football together.
Pre me.
Yeah, he's my longest friend. The other longest friend I have is the one that you suckle of the teat. But I haven't seen him for like 10 years. So it doesn't kind of work out.
Yeah.
But no, Alex, Alex, he's someone else, and he's also been on one of our episodes, didn't he? And you went back to this place.
Yeah, he was in the background of that episode. And full transparency, unfortunately, you can't find that episode anywhere. It was
of course. You got shadow banned or something, doesn't it?
So weird.
What was it about? Without saying what it is. This one getting banned.
It was being a little bit aggressive towards a Domino's driver, I think.
Of course it was. And we will. Question. So it was O2 Forum. Have I been to the O2 Forum in Kentish?
I'm not sure. I haven't been there before, but you probably have. Maybe I'm not sure. We did Camden for the Underworld for Framing Hanley, which is close to that. But I don't think I've ever done it. It's actually a really nice venue, to be fair. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, and you were staying in Wembley for that, weren't you? Like you went to Wembley, and then what part of Wembley were you staying?
By the stadium. Our hotel just looked out at Wembley.
Was it the glass one on the corner
No,
by?
it wasn't a nice. It
Five
wasn't a
Guys?
nice Hilton, though.
Okay. That's where the AEW guys are staying, and that's where the after
I
was.
probably would have done that, but I wanted a premiere, so I let him.
Yeah, it's weird, that Wembley area, because I really like it. But when Joe and I were there for that 2 day span last year, we got to know it so well, like all the cut throughs and like what shops to go to and like what restaurants we liked. Or was TGI still there? I can't remember.
TGI is there because we had it.
Yeah, we had it when we were in August, and I don't know. I just like the area. They built it up really nice. I do think it's primed for a WrestleMania because the amount of hotels in the area. There is a convention center. There's an arena. There's a stadium. There's food. I don't know. It just seems correct.
I personally wouldn't want to see WrestleMania over here because I don't want to see it outside of America anyway. Before the Saudi stuff,
I got bad news for you, bud.
Before the Saudi stuff, I didn't want to see it outside of America. I think we should have probably got first dibs, but hey, we're broke as a country and we can't.
We're cheap. Cheap. Well, I think everyone's cheap compared to Saudi Arabia, but yeah. So, how was Atreyu generally? Like, because I think I haven't seen them for many years.
They were tight still. The old drummer, is now the lead singer because the lead singer, I think they kind of not kicked him out fully, but like maybe pushed, maybe. And they've got.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
And then they got a new drummer. So the bassist is the one that does the scream. I'm not gonna lie. I going into it, I was like, oh man, I absolutely love that singer, and it's like iconic. That bassist stole me. Like honestly, he was awesome, and the drummer can still sing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was the singer anyway, wasn't he? Like, because Atreyu, if you don't know Atreyu and you're listening to this is how they sound. Like, I'm not even joking. That's exactly how they sound. And when you just said that, I just got like a memory unlocked of the drummer of Atreyu and how he looks and how he sings. Because I don't think I've thought about. I think when I think of Atreyu, I think of Papa Roach.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just assume the singer is the same guy, the drummers are but then I'm like, oh no, Atreyu's this whole other thing. I don't really know much about Atreyu. I remember the guitarist was one of those guitarists who'd be like vaguely in shape, wear a headband, and we have like a multicolored guitar. And I remember thinking that was pretty cool.
20 years,
still pretty cool.
20 years on, still rocking it.
Age, great.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
And 18 Vision today, the same.
They're a little like the lead singer is now stacked. They're a straight edge band, aren't they? So they're like they're a little bit stacked. They're not as polished as Atreyu still are, because I think they do it part time, but it still slaps.
Yeah, but yeah, they were a Raw song for a bit. 18 Visions, weren't they? Like more recently than you'd expect. Like 10 years ago. I thought they
did a lot of stuff with NXT. I didn't know if they did Raw. Yeah, I'm nearly out of the game for wrestling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure 18 Visions had a song. It was like 15 years on from when we listened to them, but they were like the Raw song. And I remember thinking, 18 Visions have a new song, and it was like a good Raw theme. I don't remember the exact one. I'll try and find it, but I don't know. Yeah, just for me, it was like a mad nostalgia when you said it was 18 Visions, because we went to see him in the Wedgwood Rooms. Did you?
No,
there?
I wasn't. I have seen them. I think I saw them on Taste of Ink or Give It a Name, one of the two. But I wasn't.
Okay,
I've never. The annoying thing is, there's a couple of venues down south that I haven't been to that I should have, and that's one of them is the Wedgwood Rooms, and one of them is the Joiners in Southampton.
Yeah, because Joe got a £20 note.
Yeah,
signed by the guitarist. He eventually used it because he just wanted the £20. So I don't think he saw much in it. Maybe. If it
was Hayley Williams, it would probably be different. They did the Wedgwood Rooms around that time as well.
Yeah, they did, and they were like doing their own merch and stuff.
Then Saturday, obviously, we had that stroll out to the park that never was. There's a poop ton of runners in London, that's for sure. Then we got TGI's, and then we got into the arena a little bit early because I got some Sky passes. The one decent thing come out of Sky for me. because in full transparency, my Wi-Fi is a joke. I'm doing this on phone Wi-Fi at the moment.
Well, can I just tell you that since this started, it's really hard because you don't move. So I'm just looking directly at the camera and just ignoring, because it's really off-putting because you'll start smiling at a point and it's not like, because you're like catch up, so I'm just ignoring it. Basically.
We should have potentially done FaceTime then. That's annoying. But by the by, we have to do what we got to do at times, you know. But then, so yeah, Parkway Drive. It was
18 Visions had a brief period as a Raw theme.
Wow.
Sorry, go.
Good. Well done, Jamie. Good.
2011.
Ooh.
2011.
So the Parkway Drive was that 20th anniversary of what's that album?
Carry On, is it? No,
it's that album. Yeah.
Anchors and Thingy, isn't it?
Yes. The
Anchors and Thingy.
So they were supported. So it was a full Aussie lineup. So it was metalcore.
It's a long concert because they did a while.
Yeah, it was metalcore sandwich of death metal. So it was the Amity Affliction, which were so good.
Oh, I like Amity. Yeah, I like the Amity Affliction.
They were really good. That was good fun. Then Thy Art is Murder. Thy Art is Murder.
What a band.
My word, it is. The annoying. I can appreciate the music, but I don't know if I'd listen to it like on the regs. But I very much enjoy it. It's a lot. Yeah, it's an assault on the ears and the body. And then Parkway, man, I cannot say enough about how that band makes you feel.
No, who puts on a show like them as well? Like the music, as they've kind of aged, I think they've like morphed themselves into like just like my go-to best band. Like they're just so good. Like you could see them at any point and be like, that was the best live show I've seen.
That was. So we went and saw them that tour where Alex and I went to Alexandra Palace and you and Joe saw them in Cardiff, didn't you?
Yes.
This show was heavier than that. And I didn't think they turned it up because they played pretty much all, like most of the songs from that older album, like it was oh my God. It was a celebration of that one. God. Then Spring
20 years ago was Killing with a Smile.
Yes.
And then Horizons was 2007, Deep Blue 2010.
Yeah. So they did a 10-minute medley of Killing with a Smile, like of the stuff on that album. My word.
Okay.
That went heavy for 10 minutes. Jesus. But
that's the older stuff.
They had string. They had dancers, like they had a string section. They had
fire,
pyro, waterfall,
spinning
drummer, moving platforms, solos in the air. It was a delight. And then so good. Had to do it twice the next day. Drove to Birmingham. Had a little walk into that town that we went into the center of Birmingham, just for old time's sake. Went and got a cheeky Waggers, and then
you got Waggers.
To be honest,
what'd you order? That's what people want to know. They don't care about the gig. It
actually went down so well. I had a make your own donburi. So I had sticky rice. I had prawns, which was extra prawns. I had edamame beans, crispy onions, and kimchi.
It sounds lovely.
That was so good. Yeah, I make a good katsu, so when I can have other things, I have other things.
I've been to Wagamama's once in my life, and it was with the Peppercorn Boys. I don't think I've ever been ever since.
When I was driving out of London, I saw the signs to where we went.
Really? Out of interest, so did you check out of the hotel Sunday and drive to Birmingham.
Yes.
Where were you parked? Were you parked at the hotel?
I parked a little bit so I've got quite a good system with that Birmingham arena now, because I have a feeling I'm going to be doing it on multiple occasions. So I know where to park, and then we walk. It's like a 10-minute walk to the arena or to the hotels where Alex was staying. Alex checked in because he was staying after Parkway. I drove home. So I got changed in that hotel room, took that absolutely sick picture, which I gave Alex some. It took a while for me to get Alex to coach Alex.
When he said, "I've never taken one upside down," I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing.
The fact that I got him to do it upside down, because the day before I tried to get him to do one in the lift, and he couldn't get it. It was like trying to give him comms on Fortnite. Jesus.
Yeah.
He was good.
You
he
two
was so good.
is such a mix as well. Because you fluster and annoy him so quick. And then it makes you laugh more, but he gets more annoyed. So it's just a funny.
Such a good weekend. It was really good.
That's nice. Did he stay where we stayed?
No, he stayed in another one very, very close to it. Yeah,
nice.
Good hotel.
That was a really nice setup.
It was a nice setup, and to be fair, that hotel was real nice that he was staying at as well.
Yeah. You should have stayed. You should have finished it up strong.
But sometimes you just want to get going, don't you? You just want to wake up in your own bed.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I don't know. I don't sleep anymore. I'll say that. That's something that's changed. Children do that, it seems. But you know that feeling of like, sometimes you say, look forward to a good sleep tonight. That sleep never comes. And that's the part that I'm struggling with is it never stops.
This isn't like a cry for help, is it?
Well, just for tiredness. No, when for example, when you feel like traveling, and you in your head, you're like, it's a long day, but by the end of it, at least I'm going to get in my bed and go to sleep.
No, because you're pretty much working off of like 5 hours max, aren't you? Really?
Oh, 5 would be great. Honestly, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon it's been a good 2 months since a 5's happened.
Can you switch it up a little bit?
You could technically just take a hit and be like, "Do you want to just sleep for 8 hours and then switch?" Like we used to do like little. If people don't know and you're new to the podcast, I have a child under 5 months, and we used to do shifts, and I get like a good 4.5, 5 flat. And I tell you what happened was sleep regressions happened. And if anyone out there has had kids, boy, does sleep regression really hurt the soul. Because I mentioned it to young Elton Prince of the WWE, and he went, "Oh no, you're in the." He called it the 45-minute turnaround. And essentially, what happens is every 45 minutes, they wake up and then you feed and have to get back to sleep. And it takes 45 minutes.
Are you?
Yeah. Then they sleep for 45 minutes. Then you feed for 45 minutes, and it just goes around like that for about 2 months. So we're in that at the minute. So anytime you kind of sleep for like 40 minutes, and then you're like, and then you're kind of in this like autopilot. So it's very strange. We did actually, Lissy got her mum to come over, and we had an afternoon nap the other day that we were so excited about. It was about 2.5 hours, but I mean, it was strong. And I don't like sleeping in the day, but I couldn't get my clothes off quick enough.
All right, that's how you got into this mess.
That's how you got into this mess. Yeah, well, how we got into this. But we were like trying to shut the door, like, and then just straight away just out like that, and then woke up and was like, oh god. But then it took me about 4 hours to not think I was in a different day or ill.
It is a tough one, and there's nothing that no one can really say that will make it like easier.
Nah, you just got to go.
The only thing that you can do is what Lissy's mum did, and give you a little bit of
take a little edge,
But
take an edge
I'll say this: you may be having the terrible sleep, maybe affecting you, but the proof is in the pudding, mate, because you are out raising an absolute beaut, an absolute gem of a child. So. It may be tough, but the juice is definitely worth the squeeze for that one.
Yeah. You know how strong the boy is, and do you know what his new thing is in his bedside cot is? You know how they have the sleep suit, so it's like a little tank top with like a,
well,
you know,
the
a
thing I
bodysuit.
want, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He does this thing now. He's realized that because both his feet are in there, he has to lift his whole body and just whack his feet like Free Willy, basically. Until he falls asleep, he likes to just repeatedly do that. Last night, it sounded like the cot was cracking under how hard he was whapping it. Whop! And it was like hit, like the cot was moving enough, it hit the wall a little bit. And you're like, yeah, so that's new, which is nice. But no, he's brilliant, and he went out all day yesterday. And this was what I was going to say. He's yeah. We were with him, I must admit. But he went to bed at like 10:30, which is a little late. He didn't wake up till 2:30.
Wow.
Yeah, so exciting. Then there was a feed, and then about an hour later, he got back into bed. He technically, other than doing his Free Willy, he didn't get another feed till 6. And then after 6, it was like 10. Like he slept again. So there was some good periods. I got up with him at 6 when he got up, and I just watched Raw or whatever. But what the worst thing that happened was Luke decided his ears were going to be really bad last night.
It's all that chocolate cake.
Mate, he got hold of a chocolate cake and he got very in trouble. He got so badly told off by me because just of all the things to steal. And he probably got like a mouthful. That was it. But
what chocolate cake was it? Who left it on the side, or did he go like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, to get that cake?
He did very little. In my tired slumber, I must admit, it was completely my fault.
Oh, wow.
I say my fault. He shouldn't be on a side. But I mean,
it was a little bit too close, was it?
I knew he would be able to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was cutting a piece of. I tell you what I made was, you know, those like pre-made Betty Crocker type deals.
Yeah. I thought that's what
like
you normally make.
Don't do that. That hurts so much. You don't mean that. Yeah, but I got one of those like the gluten. Lissy got one of gluten free, and she wanted me to make one. So on Sunday, I was like, I'm gonna, do this. So it's one of you pour the powder in, but it's like 200 mils of like vegetable oil. Then it tastes like oil. Then there's
certain things you can do. So you can replace the oil for butter, but also oil does, and like the water for milk. Like you can make it a little bit more rich and more sponge-like. Yeah. However, adding oil into batter does make it a little bit more moist. So it does help. It does help.
It might be the tastiest cake I've ever eaten in my life. It was oil, then milk, eggs, and then the thing. He mixed it, put it in there, threw it away. Call it a day. While it was still warm.
Oh, he got it. He got it when he was warm.
Yeah, I iced it, managed to ice it and cut it. I got 2 slices off. And for me and Lissy, this was fine. We went away. I ate it. It was heaven. It was so nice. I was like, it was just smooth. It was just too good. And then Lissy was like, can I have another little slice? I went, yeah, no worries. I went downstairs and I put mine in a bowl, put one on the side. There was nothing in it. I cut the piece and just put it in there. Didn't even think about Luke. And it was on the dining room table at head height.
Oh, wow.
Turned around and he was on all fours, head down. And I was like, get out. And I chased him. And last night he decided.
I wasn't happy about that either.
It wasn't a good moment for him. But then last night, he just woke up and he's doing that thing where he flaps his ears. It is so loud. And then he digs into his ear and he does that like, And when you got a baby sleeping in that room, it's like, and I know he's sleeping for once. I'm like, stop. And I'm like, get out. So I'm like going out of the room and shutting the door. And then like, Luke, stop. And he's like, like itching his ear. I'm like, all right, I'll take you outside or something. I'm getting his med, like not his meds, but like the organic ear stuff. I'm trying to pour that onto because he won't let you squeeze it in his ear because he'll go mental. So you have to put it on like a cotton wool and then like drain it into his ear and then wipe, and he loves it.
Yeah, because he loves.
And then you work his canal. Oh yeah, he loves it. As long as there's no liquid going directly in. So I was doing all that. I took him outside at like 5, came back in, and then he was doing it more. And I thought, I can't believe in the window that we've been waiting like 6 weeks for. He's up And then he got back into bed at about maybe 5. And he laid vertically where I lay. So I went next to him and he was on the cover. I was shivering. And next to me was the young man. And he was doing his Free Willy. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. He's going to wake up any second. And he didn't. It was like an hour later. Yeah. But my God, I was just sat there. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I cannot believe this is the moment he's chose to have bad ear. But hey, we move.
You do. Unfortunately, that's life, isn't it? You're coming to realize.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming to realize. Yeah.
So, another thing happened over the weekend.
You got a new follower on Instagram? Is that where we're going?
No, the Life of the Showgirl was released. So, what's your favorite track, Scott?
It's that
Opal Light.
Opal Light.
Yeah, I thought you might have gone with Wood because it was all about Travis Kelce.
Is it?
Apparently, it didn't start off like that, but she definitely.
It's gone away. Yeah. Isn't he writing lyrics or something now? No, I'm going to be honest. I've not heard 1 second of it.
I bet.
But all I've seen is like the memes of like, could this album be any worse? Is that accurate?
No, because it's a very good album. However, it's not 1989 to me. 1989, because I was very much looking forward to this album, and it has lived up to expectation. But I wanted it to be more like 1989 because that had like just such a mix, and it had the pure like tunes of like Style, and which is like one of my favorite songs.
Grace,
but
Miss
it then had the ballads of like Wildest Dreams and stuff like that. So it just 1989 is me. So this one had a lot to live up to in that regard, and it has as in a way, but it hasn't. And I'm beating around the bush, but it's a very, very good album. I think there's not a bad song on there at all. There's some catchy stuff. There's some real nice stuff, and so I've got a few friends that are Taylor Swift fans, and we all have different favorite songs, like different sort of top fives. But pretty much the most consistent one is Opal Light, either like 1 or 2 in people's ones. So
that's why I think of it so highly. Yeah. Oh, wicked! I can't wait to take my family on that. So why does it have to live up to 1989? That wasn't the last album. No, it's just that's your favorite. That's
my favorite. The last album actually had got a lot of stick as well. But it's now
I think in
retrospect, it's just haters. I haven't seen anything negative about this album, so I think it's where you digest content, because if you go looking for certain things, then you're going to find it, like you do with Arsenal stuff. Like you're going to find like certain takes that you want. And I'll argue. Honestly, I've relived that argument like a few times in the past week. I've been like during editing. I've been like, I would have said this here, and like there were certain things that you annoy me of, like your facial expressions and reactions to stuff where you weren't listening to me, you're just waiting to talk, and then like your little you say I'm condescending, but you're condescending as well. Like it's just.
Anyway.
I went on a little emotional roller coaster. Yeah,
I bet you did. I'm glad you've been thinking about it, though. I must admit.
Thanks.
I'll just say this. Anne Hathaway agrees with me, so we'll just move on from there.
And whatever she says,
we'll always have the streets.
Yeah.
We'll always have the streets. I bet if she had a condescending face explaining about the refs, I bet you would have been like, yes. Sir.
I would 100% agree.
But no, I've not heard of it. But when I was going to work, there's one of the girls at work that loves Taylor Swift, and there's a few of them that actually do. I think one of them actually had it off to listen to it. But when I was driving down into the staff car park, I heard a couple cars come down. There was just loud music coming out of the cars. And then when I got out of the car, I was like, Taylor Swift? And they were like, yeah, Taylor Swift, yeah. And I was like, okay. And they were like, but I'm going to listen to all
Iris.
day on my section. And it's one of the people particularly, they were like, all day, I'm going to listen to this like 10 times through on my section so I can really digest it. And I was like, okay. I didn't see that person again because I worked with that person a couple weeks ago in the new Sabrina Carpenter album because I made a joke that I know the album now. I don't have a clue what happens, but I know all the songs because it played on loop all day. And I said, I feel sorry for whoever's with you because they're going to know this album very well. And then about 7 hours later, I went down to that area and I went, there was a person on that section with them. And I went, how's Taylor Swift been? And they went, oh, I said as soon as we got here, I'm waiting to get in and listen to that with my partner. So she can't listen to it. And I found her and I went, how's it been? And she goes, horrible. And my God, did I laugh. Yeah, there was a big controversy that they couldn't listen to it.
Oh, no. That's crazy because you're not allowed at my place of work, you're not allowed to wear like football shirts because it can be like
divisive.
Yeah, it's very divisive. But that sounds as bad. Like,
I would have thrown hands. A scrap could happen. Yeah. And I just had Taylor Swift's new album playing in my my pocket the whole time. Just
Max
in case.
would have been knocked out.
Just like it is snippets.
Max would have been knocked out cold.
Max would have been livid. I haven't seen Max. He don't work the same days as me now, so I haven't seen him.
Where is he?
I know. I need to reach out. He should have been on today. We should have got him on
today. Oh my God, that would have been so good.
Could have been the third man.
That would have been so good.
Oh, that would have been good.
So yeah, I'm also still digesting Life of a Showgirl. And I've been fully into all of her TV appearances. I'm all up to date on them. Thoroughly enjoyed.
Is that like the Graham Norton one where they weren't listening to it? Yeah. I like someone said that Lewis Capaldi on the same episode just like announced a load of random music like on a whim because he was in a good conversation. And they were like, and then simultaneously she had to do 6 weeks of Easter eggs or something, or like 6 years worth of Easter eggs to get to this point with like no one listening to the music. And then Lewis Capaldi's just going, yeah, I've just written this song. It's going to be out next week. They were like two different ways of doing music.
She pretty much does it for the fans though. The fans enjoy it. Let's take a trip down nostalgia lane, shall we? 1996. This is where the Peppercorns minus Joe started to become a little bit more coherent, a little bit more memoryified. So where the memories began. What were your earliest memories of 96? Because I have a couple.
1996. I think I know the exact house I was in. I was in this bungalow. Similar to the same one we were talking about with the White Christmas that we were talking about last week. And weirdly, along with a lot of things that happened in my life, it was watching the Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12. So WrestleMania 12 is like my main memory of that year, because I remember years based on what happened in wrestling. But I remember sitting where I sat on the sofa to watch that Iron Man match for the first time. So for me, WrestleMania 96 in Anaheim, they did a spoof on the OJ driving bit in the Bronco with Goldust and Rowdy Piper. They had a backstage. Remember the backlot brawl? Goldust and Rowdy Piper in. And then they drove to the arena, but they were just they used the legit OJ footage of him driving because he gets into a Bronco at the start of it, and then they used that footage until we got to the arena. So yeah, I think of that. And I don't know, 96 has this feeling, obviously sitting behind the sofa, scared stiff of Euro 96 and Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
Still ruining many a lives 20 years ago.
So Euro 96 was a big one for us. But I remember going around that summit, there was so much like hype and buzz around Euro 96. I don't think I actually like clicked that it was actually in England. I think that's potentially why it was that much more hype, because when we had it recently, it pretty much got to that nearly got to that level anyway.
It did, yeah.
But here we go. If this isn't me in a nutshell, then I don't know what is. But I remember going into that Sainsbury's in Alton with my mum, little kid, and
custard creams in hand,
but getting the gingerbread men from the bakery, but was they had, do you know the paper icing you can get, and they used to put it was the England kits, So I used to get a gingerbread man with the England kit, the icon, that real nice one with the blue, like this the slightly grey one.
Yes.
That one. And
I know the exact one.
Was it 96 or was it 98 where those coins came out?
This is what I was going to bring up. For me, it's the coins is the thing that I remember most about 96.
I love those coins.
And that little book you could put them in. I love those coins. And I think you get like little bobbleheads. It was the first time I ever saw those kind of like...
Oh, I had loads of those. Darren Anderton.
Yeah,
I had
like
so many Darren Anderton.
Darren Anderton. Yeah, I had a load of Darren Anderton. Paul Ince. Yeah. I've got a lot of Paul Ince. But no, the coins in that book you could put them in. I don't know where we were getting the coins from. Did you have to buy them?
Wow. Yeah, you did have to buy them.
That's big.
Or it could have been a potential collectible as well, but
did it come with like tea?
I can't remember. Maybe. So much came out of those tea bag boxes though. We had loads of stuff.
Mate, I got a Beckham card recently from a PG Tips. I'm just gonna find out where you get them from.
Mate, and then so Euro 96 was huge that year, and yeah, Southgate did break our hearts. Probably not my heart as much because I wasn't really like paying like much attention. I was just eating my gingerbread man and having the time of my life. Looking at my coins. But there was one incident that happened in 96 where we went to I'm not sure if it's still a thing now.
Oh mate, sorry by the way. You can get individually the David Platt coin on eBay is 20 quid.
Oh wow. I wonder what the higher up ones,
the better players. One that just says 1996 is 30 quid.
So it was 96.
They're the only ones I could find. Yeah, it was Euro. Yeah, it's going into Euro 96.
Mate,
I don't remember how you got on though. It still doesn't really.
We'll definitely find out. And I think I might have to try and I can't remember when I moved out if I still had them or not. I might have had one or two, but I don't have the book anymore. But there was an incident in 96. I think it was 96 where we went to Blackbush Market. You ever go there?
Oh, I love Blackbush Market. Yeah.
Honestly,
I loved Blackbush.
Wild. Like you used to get the big canvases where it had like the velvet black lines where you then coloured in between.
Yep.
We used to get them all the time.
Oh, man, I love those.
But whilst we were there on the mania journey that we took there, I don't know why we went there so much. All I like the
I feel like I went there like every weekend, but I think recently my parents said we went like twice.
The places I remember going most as a kid, especially in the late 90s, is Blackbush and West Wittering and Southsea, because obviously that was like that I can actually accumulate because we went there every weekend. But West Wittering, that's why it's my favorite. Favorite beach is Chichester, Christchurch, Chichester.
Oh, okay, Chichester.
Yeah. But we were at Blackbush and we were walking around, and we were at a fish counter or a cheese counter, and I was there. Right,
of course. Every story starts with a bit of food.
I know, and then I turned around. Mum and Dad weren't there.
Oh no! Oh, wow.
I think in a split of a second, little Bruno started crying. I was
yeah, he did.
And then this random couple obviously kidnapped me and then raised me as my.
Oh no! That's such a long story. Oh man, I'd love to. Considering your mum and dad look identical to you. They must have picked you out of a lineup or something. They must have had that in the works.
So they took me to the main part of Blackbush, where over the tannoy it then says "little ginger boy missing," and then I don't know why, but I just remember it so vividly. My mum running around the corner, and honestly, whenever I think, it
relief.
Is it
gets you.
Because she looked so worried. And so I was like, bless.
That must have been horror. Like now having a child, I couldn't imagine that feeling. And do you know what's crazy is I remember being that young. Do you know when like you were in a shop and you would even gain like 5 feet on a parent?
Yeah.
But then people would walk past, but it'd be like one person. It would disorientate you enough that you'd like turn.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, I got away, and they've all gone, and they're actually just right there still. But you see it now, like when I'm in a shop, if kids like do that, I can see it's coming. So I stop and I'm like, I want you to lock eyes again before I go past because I'm so scared I'm going to disorientate him and he's going to run off or something.
That was my little trauma from '96.
Yeah, mine's just Gareth Southgate. I remember literally sitting behind the sofa and being so upset, complaining about the refs back there.
No.
But what else? 96 makes me think of like Noel's house party as well.
Yeah, Noel's house party. That came in '95, but still popping. Honestly, when I go through this stuff, it is gonna click, 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 click. Like it's just gonna be. So remember this headline: Dolly the sheep was cloned.
Oh yeah, Dolly. I remember Dolly. Yeah. Where's Dolly now?
No idea. And mad cow disease.
God, that was 96. That feels slightly more recent. Yeah, 96.
Yeah. Old Charles and Diana. Diana. Why am I speaking so weird today?
Diana.
Yeah. Oh, Prince.
Yeah, Charles and Diana. Of course.
Princess Di. They got divorced.
She was messing about, wasn't she?
How dare you, sir? Yeah, but he was also he was no saint, so do not put that.
Mate, he was the worst. Yeah, I know you don't like Diana, but I mean, he was bad.
What do you mean I don't like that? I love Princess Diana.
I know, but off camera, I know
she's my queen.
Well, we know Blake Lively's our queen, and hopefully she is on that Taylor Swift album. I hope that she guest sings on there.
She's not a guest singer, but apparently there's a little nod to her in a positive light, apparently.
Oh, no.
I've heard.
In a positive.
Yeah. Went posy.
Look, the worm's turning. We're on the right side of history.
We are. Hold on, let me go back up because I did, mate. ChatGPT did the works for me.
Oh boy! So this isn't right.
No, it is. So that they were.
I'm joking.
They were the big headlines of that year. There's a couple that I don't want to speak about because it touches on other things that we go through. So let's go for what we love to go through, and that's the sport headlines. And this is big, all right?
Yeah.
So
here we go.
English wise, United were crowned champions.
Of course.
Picked up the trophy. We said the Premier League wasn't enough, so we absolutely did Liverpool in the Cantona late volley that was in the FA Cup final. So the domestic double there. Juve beat Ajax in the Champions League in '96.
Oh, the Ajax. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And obviously Germany beat Czech Republic in the Euro '96 final on our soil.
I can't believe. I tell you what, Czech Republic's kit from that year makes me think of that because I remember their centre forward that was really good was called Daniel Suker.
Ooh.
And I think Arsenal went on to buy him and he left after like a year. It was one of those, the big player of the tournament got a big signing and then it didn't really work out.
That happened back in the day, did it, as well?
I guess it did, because it did for that. Because I remember watching it, being like, that guy's really good. And then we bought him and I was like, oh, this is cool. And he was not very good.
That was good. That was a good shirt.
That Czech, no pun intended, but the Czechs. Yeah.
And then, so I'll go on to something that will link the US and England. Actually, is it? I don't know. I'm probably thinking myself right now, but that was the infamous Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield fight this year.
Oh wow, the ear bite,
yeah.
Oh wow, that was 96.
That was 96. TKO'd him in the 11th round as well. Upset, apparently.
Well, after he bit his ear, I like how he carried on biting after he bit his ear.
Well,
he had a little piece on it.
Super Bowl. So this was Super Bowl 30 this year. Who we got in the Super Bowl, mate?
I've been really right recently, but
you haven't got one wrong.
Is this the Cowboys?
Yeah. Over.
And I'm going to say Niners.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I got a bit dicey.
Halftime show.
Go on.
Diana Ross.
I don't know. Diana Ross.
Iconic
classic.
chopper exit, apparently. I don't remember it, obviously, but here we go.
I don't remember any of that.
NBA Finals.
Bulls
over the Supersonics. World Series.
Is that the year it didn't happen, or is this the year it did happen?
It did begin, yeah.
Was it Mariners?
No.
Because Mariners, do you want to know a little bit of fun fact? That was the last year the Mariners hit the playoffs ever.
Wow.
And this year they've just done it again. And they won their first playoff game 2 days ago. So the crowd were like crying and stuff because it's been so long.
It's been so long.
Ken Griffey Jr. took them to the playoffs back then.
No, this was the Yankees over the Braves, and apparently it was where the Yanks
96 Braves.
The Yanks dynasty began.
Okay. Yeah, the 96 Braves is like a thing people say.
The Stanley Cup was the Colorado Avalanche. But
Joe's team, Patrick Waugh, shout out.
Then other big stuff, it was Atlanta 1996, mate. Big Olympics.
Kurt
Angle, and for the less wrestling knowledge of us, it's
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Michael Johnson setting the 200-meter world record.
Right, you love a bit of athletics as well.
Absolutely love track and field, mate. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, Bruno, if you want to know something, this guy loves a little bit of sprinting.
Yeah. I love a javelin throw. I love a long jump. But then,
when was the last Olympics? It was last summer, wasn't it? 2024.
Yeah.
I watched so much of it, and I was right up to date on it all, and I watched so much, and I really enjoyed it.
Enjoy it, and I enjoy the Winter Olympics too. So I like curling because that's very close to bowls and stuff like that. Like it's shuffleboard.
God.
I know. It's bad.
Shuffleboard.
So that was. The Nick Faldo won the Masters.
That's a name. Who won Wimbledon? Sampras or someone?
No, I did have it in one of them, but I wasn't going to mention it because it wasn't important.
A big deal.
It was Richard Krajicek and Steffi Graf. Obviously, we know Steffi Graf. Damon Hill won the world title in F1 as well.
Oh,
now, here we go.
This is the good stuff.
This is the sweet stuff. The 1996 film releases.
Oh,
hit me.
1996.
Yeah.
We're gonna go Ace Ventura.
It's not on my list, and I should know. I should know that off by heart.
I should. There should be something in here that's very obvious.
And full transparency, it's our thumbnail this week.
That's that hurts even more because 96.
First Ace Ventura was 94. We missed that, and I hate myself for missing that.
Oh, so the second one wasn't 96. When was that? It must be next
95.
year.
So we missed it 2 years in a row.
And Dumb and Dumber was 95 as well. He had a good year.
God.
96. We have. So this Titanic we established was 97.
Yeah. That's a spoiler for next week, yeah.
I think we said it like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I
really
mean.
hammering it home. 96. I'm having. Is there a James Bond?
I can't remember that on my seeing that on my list because we had GoldenEye last week. Where is the top 10 that I have? I'm just gonna. That's so annoying. The big film. I'm gonna put you out your misery, and you are.
Oh, yeah, go on.
No, you said, I
was going to say Scream.
Yes. Well done. I let you get there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What was number one?
Independence Day.
Oh, I said that like last week, didn't I?
Twister also got released in this year.
Okay.
Mission Impossible.
Oh, God damn it.
The Rock.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, The
Rock. I've never seen that. Is that like Sean Connery?
It's a Sean Connery one, yeah. Hunchback of Notre Dame. And it was 101 Dalmatian right behind them. In the
101. That's the one I think I think of most of that year.
But check out these other, like...
Because I think 101 Dalmatians I actually watched that year, whereas like Scream and stuff I watched
in
like
the 2000s.
in retrospect. I was saying that Twisters I went to see in the cinema with Joe. So, but yeah. Go on.
So other notable stuff. The Rock was Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. The other notable ones, Joe's going to kick himself for not being here this week. Jerry Maguire.
Get this episode banned.
Jerry Maguire, released in this year.
Oh, nice.
Fargo, Train Spotting, The English Patient, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, no, that's a film.
Yeah, those. That's it. Yeah,
I loved Romeo and Juliet. I used to have that on video, and I really enjoyed that.
I like it too, very much so.
96 was a weird one because I feel like when you think of the 90s, I think of like Home Improvement, like Tim Taylor, scrappy kids being kids, football, like what we used to know as football, kind of, like the different world. It was just very like bright. 101 Dalmatians, Toy Story, Lion King, that kind of feel.
Aladdin,
and then something happened in 97,
well,
which we'll get to next year. Yeah. But in 97 changed. It was like the era of like TRL and like Spring Break MTV, Jerry Springer, and the like reality TV thing started to kick in, and it kind of got a little like more seedy. Like even wrestling in 96 is so different to 97 because they were going with like pop culture. So 96 to me, I think makes me think of like being a kid because we were 7 years old, and there's a thing, isn't there, that where you're forever 7 when you think of your memories, and it was like the last year of like proper, like cookie cutter, just in my head, Americana, like, watching like Home Improvement, Disney Channel and stuff like that. So, and then it kind of took a turn. But so those films really feel that way.
Let's move on to TV. You mentioned that. So the notable debuts in this year, and this kind of shaped our childhood. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Hey Arnold and Dexter's Laboratory.
Footballhead. Yeah.
Never Mind the Buzzcocks and Everybody Loves Raymond was also released this year.
Oh, nice. I've never watched Everyone Loves Raymond.
No, I've only seen it because it's on Comedy Central all the bloody time. Like I just can't.
It's on all the time. Yeah.
And it was the iconic episode, the Christmas episode of Only Fools and Horses, where it was the Batman and Robin scene. That aired.
Oh wow!
This time.
God, 96 had so many legendary moments.
Ridiculously, and then you wait until we get into the music. All right, because these artists came onto the scene in 96. All right, Backstreet Boys.
Yep.
Infiltrated Europe before doing America later, which I didn't realize that they did. I didn't know it was Europe first and then they cracked America.
Germany specifically, yeah.
Alanis Morissette, Spice Girls, Foo Fighters, Robbie Williams left Take That, No Doubt, and the Fugees. They all debuted in.
I gotta be Hanson as well.
It might have been, but it didn't make.
Wow.
My list. You need to come fueled with your
list.
That's
some proper nostalgic music.
So the iconic tracks from 96, and we've got a what's it called when it's like one of our tunes in the top 10 iconic tracks from a nice mention, an honorable mention in the top 10. Metallica, Until It Sleeps. Was in the top 10 tracks, pretty much iconic tracks that I put in. No Doubt with Don't Speak, Smashing Pumpkins 1979, Tupac How Do You Want It and California Love, Oasis with Don't Look Back in Anger, Blackstreet with No Diggity, Fugees with Killing Me Softly, Prodigy's Firestarter came out this year.
Firestarter, hell yeah.
And then Spice Girls Wannabe.
And you know what's mad is I remember all this music based on like football presentations where you get like a panda pop and slide on your knees and all that kind of good stuff.
Jay-Z released his debut album as well.
Oh wow.
Other big album releases was Metallica with Load, Celine Dion, Falling Into You. That was also another big track of 96. Macarena, One Sweet Day with Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men. Because You Love Me was Celine Dion. The Crossroads, Bones, Thugs and Harmony. And Mariah Carey again with Always Be My Baby. Always Be My Baby.
That's a banger.
And we didn't touch on this in the Euros, but for Dylan Skinner, 3 Lions.
Oh, sea lions up your shirt. Yeah, honestly, I feel like everything kind of like, as far as old 90s stuff peaked in 96, and then we moved into a different era beyond that point, because all that funneling into one year is absolute madness, and no wonder we remember it like
so fondly,
so vividly.
Yeah,
because huge moments, so many huge moments. Hanson, Middle of Nowhere album came out in 97, so Inbox single was 97.
Oh, well, we know what's going to be next week, don't we?
I'll keep my hand on my half.
I feel for you because you're a little bit lagged behind me, like you're waiting for reactions and for me to finish. So you're doing a stellar job, mate. All right.
Thank you. Now, the last maybe 10 minutes, it's been tough because your voice has got real slow and it like cuts out. So
yeah, this isn't ideal. So I apologize. Let's wrap this up with the other notable stuff that came out of 1996. The N64 was released.
Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time.
Good times. Pokemon Red and Green were released in Japan. PlayStation released Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot, and Quake.
Quake 2 is one of my all-time favorite games.
Tickle Me Elmo. Get this, Tamagotchis was the big thing in 96.
Mate, prepared me for what I'm doing now.
You gave him an honorable mention last week. Beanie Babies.
Not as worth it as we thought they were going to
be. My next 2 ones are so random and sort of left field. But Japan released the DVD in 96. Like, they had DVDs.
Of course they did. Around that time, a friend of ours would go to Japan and bring back DVDs for us.
Who was that? Of your parents?
Jan and Eric. Yeah, they used, because he worked in Japan, so he brought back a player and like some like DVDs, and it was always like really suspect, like they didn't work fully.
And if I could ask you, what was the first ever search engine that you used? What would you say?
Ask Jeeves.
Yes. That was released in 96.
Yeah, I remember getting like 96. We had Windows 96. And I don't know if I remember if it had internet. We just used to play like games on it. But I remember finding Ask Jeeves around that time and just being like, oh my God, I can ask any question. So I'd be like, what's Razor Ramon's real name? Because that was at the top of my list. And I was like, oh my God, his name's Scott.
You were a Mark back in 96.
I was like, he's got the same name as me.
And that's where you fell in
well
love,
into my Markdown at that point.
Even more so. You were looking for the dirt sheets back in 96.
I'd look up like wrestlers' tattoos. Anyway,
that has been another episode. I'm going to let you, because I feel like I've done a lot of talking, so I'm going to let you take us home, big boy.
You can check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music. Give us a 5-star review. Let your friends know about us. And also go to YouTube. We're the Peppercorn Boys. We have great thumbnails every week, including this week's. So it's going to be film orientated. I haven't figured out what film it is yet because I don't think it was specified. But please give us a follow there. Let everyone know about it. Comment underneath your favorite memories of 1996. And we'll see you next week when we're in the year 1997.
Let's go.